When you start learning English, everything can feel strange. The words sound different. The grammar is confusing. You try to say something, but maybe it doesn't come out the way you want. And that's okay. Every learner feels this in the beginning. You might think, my English is bad, but I want you to change that thought. Instead of saying bad, say beginner. You are not bad. You are new, and being new is a brave thing. Starting something new takes courage. Imagine a baby learning to walk. They fall many times, but no one says they are bad at walking. We smile and say, keep going. You are just like that baby. Your English will grow, step by step. If you fall, you can get up again. Some learners compare themselves to others. My friend speaks better than me, they say. But your journey is yours. Everyone learns at their own speed. Some learn fast. Some take more time. That's normal. What matters is that you keep going. Also, don't worry about your accent. English has many accents. People speak it all over the world, in different ways. Your voice is unique. You don't need to sound like someone else. You need to speak clearly and with confidence. That is more important than being perfect. When you're a beginner, focus on small wins. Maybe today you learn 5 new words. Maybe tomorrow you say your first full sentence. These are victories. Celebrate them. Every small step is part of the big journey. If you feel nervous when you speak, remember this. You are learning. You are improving. Every word you try is progress. And every time you practice, you become stronger. Now that we understand how important it is to accept the beginning stage with kindness and patience, let's move into something even more powerful, daily habits that will help you grow every day. Now that you understand it's okay to be a beginner, let's talk about something very important, habits. Habits are small things you do every day. They may feel small, but over time, they make a big difference. When you build simple habits, you start learning without even thinking too much. You don't need to study for 5 hours. Just 15 or 20 minutes a day can help you improve if you do it again and again. Start your day with English. Maybe listen to a short English podcast while brushing your teeth, or read one short paragraph from a story. You don't need to understand every word. Just try to feel the rhythm of the language. Your brain learns through rhythm and sound, not only through rules. Later in the day, speak a little English out loud. You can talk to yourself. For example, say what you are doing. I am making tea. Now I'm sitting down. This may feel strange at first, but it helps your brain connect words with actions. Over time, your speaking becomes more natural. Another helpful habit is writing. Just a few sentences each day. Write how you feel or what you did. For example, today I felt happy because I saw the sun. It doesn't have to be long or perfect. It just has to be you. Writing helps you remember words, and it also helps you think more clearly in English. Don't forget reading. Reading helps you grow your vocabulary and teaches you how words are used in real sentences. Choose something simple, a children's book, or an English blog with short stories. The key is enjoy what you read. When you enjoy, you remember more. Try to connect these habits to your real life. If you like cooking, watch English videos about food. If you like music, learn the lyrics of English songs. Make English a part of your day, not just homework, but part of who you are. The secret is not doing everything at once. The secret is doing something every day. When you repeat small actions, they become natural. You don't need to think, am I studying now? Because learning becomes part of your life. Now that we've started building these simple daily habits, you might ask, but when will I become fluent? That's a great question, and we'll answer it in the next chapter by talking about real steady progress. Many learners ask, how long will it take to become fluent? That's a fair question, but the answer is not simple. Fluency is not like turning on a light. It doesn't happen suddenly. It grows, slowly, like a flower opening day by day. Some people think, maybe if I study hard for 1 month, I'll speak fluently. But fluency isn't magic. It's not a gift that just appears. Fluency comes from practice, honest, daily practice. The kind of practice we talked about in the last chapter, listening, speaking, reading, and writing just a little every day. Real progress often feels quiet. You may not notice it each day, but one day you understand a full sentence without thinking. Or someone asks you a question in English and you answer right away. In that moment, you realize you are changing. Remember, there are many levels between beginner and fluent, and each level is important. At first, you understand words. Then, short phrases. Later, full sentences. Then, conversations. You don't have to jump all the way to the top. You just need to keep climbing. Also, fluency doesn't mean using big words. It means speaking clearly, understanding others, and saying what you want to say. If you can talk about your day, your feelings, and your ideas in simple English, you are already strong. Sometimes you might feel like you're not getting better. That's normal. Progress is not a straight line. Some days you feel fast, other days slow. But even on the slow days, your brain is still learning. The important thing is that you keep going. Think of it like learning to swim. You don't learn by reading a book only. You learn by getting into the water. Maybe you struggle at first, but every time you try, your body learns a little more. Learning English is the same. You must be in it every day, even a little. Now that you know fluency is about steady, honest effort, let's talk about something that helps you grow even faster. Making mistakes. That's the next chapter, and it may surprise you. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you worry someone will laugh, or maybe you feel shy when you say something wrong. I understand that feeling, but I want to tell you a secret. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are your teachers. When you make a mistake, it means you are trying, and when you try, your brain learns. If you never make mistakes, it means you're not using your English enough. The more you speak, the more you'll make small mistakes, and that's a good thing. Every mistake is a chance to grow. Think about a child learning their first language. Do they speak perfectly? No. They say funny words, they forget things, they mix up sentences. But do we stop them? Of course not. We smile and help them. You should treat yourself the same way, with kindness and patience. Sometimes when you say a word wrong, someone may correct you. Don't feel embarrassed. Say thank you and try again. That's how you learn. Mistakes are like little signs showing you what to work on. They are not failures, they are feedback. You may notice the same mistake again and again. For example, maybe you always say he go instead of he goes. At first, you might not notice. Then you hear it. Then you try to fix it. And one day, you get it right without thinking. That is real learning. It takes time, but it works. If you wait until your English is perfect before you speak, you will never speak. You must speak while you are still learning. Speak even if your grammar is not perfect. Speak even if you forget a word. The more you speak, the better you get. And remember, most people are kind. If they hear your effort, they respect you. You are learning a new language. That's not easy. It takes courage. Every time you try, you are doing something brave. Be proud of yourself. Now that you know mistakes are part of learning, let's move to something that helps you speak better over time. Listening. Yes, listening is a big part of speaking. Let's explore that next. When you practice listening, you give your brain a map of how English really sounds. You hear words flowing together. You feel the melody, and you learn common phrases. This listening practice then helps your speaking become more natural. When you repeat what you hear, you train your mouth and mind at the same time. Try listening to short dialogues or simple interviews. Listen once to get a general idea. Then listen again and say each sentence out loud. Don't worry if you can't repeat every word perfectly. Focus on the rhythm and the stress in each sentence. Over time, your tongue will remember how to move and your speaking will feel smoother. Listening also shows you new words in context. When you hear a word in a story, you often guess its meaning from the situation. Later, when you speak, you remember that word naturally. This connection between hearing and using words makes your English stronger. When you speak, imagine you are echoing a friendly voice you heard. You copy not only the words, but the tone, the pauses, and the feeling behind them. This echoing method helps you sound more confident and clear. You don't have to copy perfectly, just use it as a guide. If you have a language partner or a teacher, ask them to read something slowly and clearly. Then you repeat. Simple back and forth builds your listening and speaking muscles together. And if you do this every day, even for a few minutes, you'll notice your accent feeling more natural and your words coming faster. Listening and speaking are partners on this journey. One supports the other. When you listen with attention, you prepare your mind to speak more easily. And when you speak what you've listened to, you lock the new language into your memory. Together, they move you toward fluency. Reading is like opening a window into the world of English. When you read, you see how words fit together, how sentences flow, and how ideas connect. This helps your brain start to think in English, not just translate from your own language. Choose something simple and interesting. It could be a short story, a news article for learners, or even a comic strip. Read slowly, and if you find a word you don't know, try to guess its meaning from the sentence. Then check a dictionary or online to confirm. This practice helps you remember the word better because you discovered it yourself. As you read, pay attention to the way sentences are built. Notice how paragraphs begin with one idea and then explain it. This structure shows you how English speakers organize their thoughts. Later, when you speak or write, you can use similar structures, and your ideas will sound clearer. Reading also gives you new vocabulary in context. You see how words work together naturally. For example, you might learn that make a decision is more common than do a decision. Small details like this make your English feel more natural and fluent. After you finish a short text, try to summarize it in your own words. You can speak your summary out loud or write a few sentences, saying, "The story was about a girl who lost her cat and then found him." Helps you use new words and ideas. This linking of reading and producing language makes your learning stronger. Remember, reading doesn't have to be difficult or long. Even 5 minutes each day builds your skills. And every time you read a little, your mind becomes more familiar with English ways of thinking and speaking. Imagine English all around you, in your thoughts, your home, and your day. When you live with English, you learn faster and feel more confident. You can create your own English world in small, simple ways. Start by thinking in English for a moment each morning. Before you wake up, ask yourself, "What will I do today?" And answer in English. "I will go to work and read a book." This practice trains your mind to switch into English naturally. Next, journal 1 or 2 sentences each evening. Write about your day. "I walked in the park and felt happy." Even a short entry helps you use the language to describe real life. Over time, you'll notice your thoughts shifting into English more often. You can also label items in your home with English words. Put a small sticky note on your door that says door, or on the mirror that says mirror. Each time you see the word, you reinforce the connection between the English term and the object itself. Another gentle way is to change your phone language to English or set your favorite apps to English mode. This little change turns everyday tasks, like checking the weather or sending messages, into learning moments. Surrounding yourself with English songs, podcasts, or short videos also builds your world. Play a soothing English podcast while you cook or listen to a simple song as you relax. These sounds become part of your daily rhythm by weaving English into your life, your thoughts, your writing, your environment. You create a world where learning happens naturally. This world makes every small habit feel meaningful, and it brings you closer to fluency every day. You have learned that every step in English is part of a real journey. You began by welcoming your beginner self and giving yourself permission to grow. Then you built simple habits, understood how practice leads to steady progress, and discovered that mistakes guide your learning. You saw how listening and speaking work together, how reading helps you think in English, and how creating your own English world brings your practice into daily life. Now, take a moment to celebrate how far you've come. Even this video is a step forward in your journey. Remember, fluency is not a single destination. It's a path you walk every day, one small action at a time. As you move forward, keep those simple habits alive. Listen a little, speak a little, read a little, write a little, and welcome every mistake as a lesson. Surround yourself with English and let it become part of who you are. You have the courage, the patience, and the support you need. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. Speak with confidence, learn with kindness, and practice every day. Your fluent English is growing right now with each word you use. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep going, keep practicing, and remember, you are already on your way to fluency.